turn that one on there as well so you can actually hear me. There we go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the landing pad. This is our weekly hangout here on the launch pad. First thing off the bat, you're probably wondering why the camera's a little weird. We're using the built-in one tonight because we've got our good one on the aerial shot for the building here that we're going to be doing in a little bit. But tonight we're going to be, as usual, talking about everything space, space flight, space engineering, the future of space. Any questions or topics you have, you guys can drop in the chat and we'll be answering those. You can also connect over on our Discord and talk directly by joining our live comms channel, and we'll be able to hear you as well. A few things to get right out of the way. Of course, make sure you've subscribed to the channel and followed us over on Twitter at @TLPN_official. And for the next couple months, we mentioned it last time, we are doing our fundraiser as part of our Inspiration 4 coverage. So if you are able to partner with us in any way, in that case, you can do so. There's a few ways you can do that. The best way is going to the link that's going to be in the description or the chat. That's going to take you straight to St. Jude's. That makes sure 100% goes to them. But if you want something easier, we do have super chats and super stickers available. You are able to use those as well, and we will make sure that all the portion that we get out of those goes to St. Jude's. I believe we get about 70%. So any of the super chats and super stickers for the next couple months from the landing pad will be going to that as well. And we will be, of course, sharing kind of our total as we go along the way. But we're going to switch this here and bring this camera online. So this is what we're going to be looking at building here tonight. This is the Mega Bloks Pro Builder. It was originally released in 2002. So I had one, I was, I think, 6-ish, 7, when it originally came out. I got a little too excited and made it fly before it was completed, and then never found all the pieces. So I've got a about 98% complete set, but I was able to find and source another one that was fully built until mainly last night. The last few pieces that I didn't take apart, just to give us a size of scale that we're going to be having here, are the wings. So these are the wings here. So we'll be taking these apart later this evening, but most of it is in, because it's not a new set, it's not sorted. So I did some rough sorting into some like Thanksgiving pans. So you're probably going to hear a lot of that tonight. I will try to bring it away from the microphone when I'm doing that, but we'll see how it goes. But of course, we're going to be answering all your questions as well, just like we normally do. We'll probably pull up Kerbal maybe at the end of the night or in a break in the middle. I don't know if we're going to finish the shuttle tonight. If we don't, we might do another stream later in the week or on the weekend, or we might just hold it off until next week's the landing pad, which we will schedule later tonight as we see how this goes. But to start us off, drop any questions you have in the chat. We're going to get started here on the instructions. My face cam might not always be on, but we'll keep it on for the first little bit here. And if anything's ever out of sight on the building map, just let me know and I can bring that back in view for you guys. So we will scroll here. This set is 2005 pieces, even though it was released in 2002. I don't know why. They said 7+. I think this would have been counted now as like a 16+ kit or 18+ if it was Lego. This is knockoff Lego. It's Mega Bloks Lego, but it looks identical. The one thing we won't be having tonight is all of the stickers. There were a couple left on the wings. We'll see if we can salvage those. But most of them have just aged with time and were yellow and really dry. So I'm going to be working on sourcing and printing some new labels and stickers for down the road, and maybe get some different labels instead of Endeavor. So we'll take a look and see. Skip by all the pieces, which we should have here. And we'll get to the beginning page here. I'll bring that over there. And we'll get started. We'll see how this is going to go. I got a lot of turkey pans, so we'll see what type of pieces we're using first. Looks like all flat. See, now you're going to make me hungry. Discord is gobbling in my ear. So let's see. Bring this over. So we're probably going to do the method of we're going to find all the pieces that it says we need first and then go from there. But if you have questions, as always, you can drop those in the chat and we will be answering those on air. Been a number of announcements over the last few days. I'm eating dry ramen. Why are you eating dry ramen? I don't even have a response for that one. Oh, we're going to switch that around so. What side does this go on to? This side, I think. They can't just go and see who I follow. Did anybody watch the China launch? Or the one that launched today? The one that there's now debris coming back to Earth again? So, it's okay. We're safe for 20 days. Oh, and the next one. Huh? I'm going to just take these engine bells out. And the cargo bay doors. There we go. And the astronauts. Oh, that looked like a piece just came with that. It did. Put that in our bins. It's getting some of these bigger pieces out of the sort bin. There's a lot of little pieces in this set. And that's, I think, how they got up to the 2,500. Is that they just use as many small pieces as they can. See a question here. What do you think of the Canada arm getting hit by space debris? I think it was very... Cadarm, Canada arm, all of the above. I mean, I think it was a very lucky shot. I don't think that happened. I'm trying to remember the last time we've ever really heard of something like that happening. Normally, they're pretty good at not having those type of incidences with it. But from what they've said and from the image, it looks like it's more of a like flesh wound in a way than it is actually anything major. Now, obviously, eventually they'll probably want to go out and look at it, but at this point, they don't seem to be all that worried. Which, if they're not worried, I'm not worried. But it is an old system. I think the biggest thing that we, in some ways, need to maybe not worry, but be aware of is we don't really have a way that we can send another one of those up at this moment. Like, I mean, you probably could launch one in like a fairing or something and send it up that way. But we don't have a shuttle that we can just send up and take another one up anymore. So are the shuttle's hinges like fairings? Oh. I mean, technically speaking, hashtag duct tape the Canada arm. Yeah. Starship could seem, Starship obviously coming up could be a great opportunity for it. Now, they also could launch on another vehicle, some sort of payload, and then go up and do like a walk. I don't know if they could maybe launch something in like the trunk of Crew Dragon that could be big enough to replace it. I think it depends on what they would have to be doing. Canada is working on the third Canada arm for Artemis program for the Lunar Gateway Station. So it's not the last Canada arm we're going to see, but it's taking 2. See here. Another little one here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going up on this CRS mission. Hopefully tomorrow. I saw some people talking about it maybe getting pushed to Friday, which it's not allowed. No, I forbid it. It's not allowed. If they need to delay, they can delay till Saturday. But Friday's not allowed. I can't be on stream on Friday, so they're not allowed to launch it. I forbid it. Yeah. Don't bill me for the delay, but I forbid it. I have a wedding on Friday. Yep, my best friend. Could a Crude Starship be its own space station? Technically, yes. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm probably going to repeat some stuff that the Discord saying so YouTube can hear it, but one Starship has the living space of the ISS, which is why I really like the design of the Lunar Starship, is because with that, whenever they need to retire it, they can either land it on the lunar surface, turn it into a station or base, or they can send it back up, maybe dock it with something with some docking ports, and you've now got another space station. So there's a lot of opportunities when something needs to be retired that still give it some flexibility of not just having to be like chucked out into space, which isn't really the SpaceX way of doing anything, but am I not far enough over? This seems... Oh, that's why. There we go. These are very tiny, pixelated instructions. No cream on this one. Oh no, what happened to your ramen noodles? If you're wondering what we're talking about on YouTube, join the Discord and you can see what's happening in the live comms. But we need one of these to go in here. Building the base of the cockpit right now. Those. That's not the right piece. That one is, though. Let's try the music. No different than what it would be here on Earth. Just so let me know if that music is too loud coming through and I can adjust it. You might not hear it through Discord. Let me see if I can. Here, let me change this. Just 2 seconds.
Whoa.
Can you hear it now? How is this going on? It needs to be flush, not elevated. Where did I put my single pieces? And here. First page done. Let that to the side. And this is where we're going to start building a lot more substantial section of the body here. Mm-hmm. This, and we're alternating the sizes here. So this is the body of the shuttle. And 8 of those. And 6. Two of those. There we go. So we put these here. Let's see, we're gonna have enough room here. We're gonna make it enough room. And this goes right on here. I'm having flashbacks to when I was like 7 and building this. Another page done. Here we go. Now things start picking up. Spaceflight simulator? Right. Yep. Right, yep. Brando. Oh, Nico getting called out by G. Seven, 8. That's a 6. Is that an 8? That's an 8. Another 8. Yeah, you only see about half of it. For those watching on YouTube, Discord, we have a big half of it that is open to everyone in the public. We always want to be able to have that so you can be there. But if you do join our Patreon, or possibly where you're looking at maybe YouTube memberships, there will be kind of a whole nother side of Discord that you can see. So last night I hung out while I was prepping all this in the Discord. You can see editing, early script access. You can get exclusive discounts for merch, see what merch is coming out before it comes out. A whole bunch of stuff that you can do over on the Discord. And you can check that out. Our lowest Patreon starts at $1.50 of whatever your currency, I believe, is. And that gets you the behind the scenes Hangout chat. If you want to get into the behind the scenes live streams, there's a tier. There are a bunch of different tiers, so check it out. If you ever have questions, join the Discord and you can ask them in there, and we'll answer those for you. I mean, I wasn't going to say no. I was going to say ask her first. There we go. And then these are going to come. Mm-hmm. Yep. We thought about doing it, but we wanted to have part of our Discord open to the public, build that community. There we go. And here comes another big wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 8 piece. There's 6. I just put it on screen. But they don't sponsor us, so it's not on screen. No free advertising. Oh, I keep forgetting to do that smoothie. Okay, next week. Remind me, smoothie. It does look like a boat. Surprise, we're building a cruise ship. See, now I'm gonna want to get an alt build of this and make like a big ship or something. Ooh, we could make of course just read the instructions or something. That actually could be good. Yeah, but we'll do it in knockoff Lego. I think this is, yeah, these are, do these come out? I hope. See, it's asking for a piece, but ouch! Fake Lego is sharp. Right on the thumb. Let's see. Come on, wiggle. Does the wiggle work? Come on. Just don't want to break it because I know it's an important piece. There we go. Oh, well, that's fun. Did that do that on the other one? What in the world is that? Yeah, we kind of like ripped it apart. Let's see here. Let's try this again. That's okay. Come on now. A pen or something? Should have thought of this. Didn't catch this yesterday. Lego brick separator. When do you think the Venus missions will start? Ooh, I know NASA said. Oh, I was just reading this before dinner. It was, I believe, 2025 or 6. They were looking at doing it. So yeah, sometime in there. I think that'll be really interesting. It's been quite a while. I know Rocket Lab was also looking at doing a mission in the near future as well. But I can't remember if that was Venus or not. Does Discord remember? I believe it was Venus. One, two. There's 3. I need a 4th one of these. Let's see. Excuse the loud Lego. There it is. Yeah. See, that one did the same thing. Okay. So 2 of these are going to have the, let's see, 2 or 3 of these. 2 of them. 2 of them are going to have the little black spinny thing on them. Like, we know that's where they're going later, so we just have to line them up accordingly later. I'll line up the same ones so we know. So if later I get to the point where I can't figure out, we're looking in the middle for those. Come on, go down. Quick. This is, we do a 4-piece. One of those. And then a 4, 2, 4. Remember, the circumference of the moon is the same height as the height of Brazil. Ooh. Well, that's good to know. It means I've flown the circumference of the moon twice. I've already done it. Yeah, moon. I've done Brazil. Next stop, the moon. You know, part of the training. Can you withstand a flight to Brazil alone? Then I can handle going to the moon. 12 days? 10 days? I left early. Yep. Currently. So we got a question here. What are the Artemis Accords? It's a great question, Golden. I'll go lightly into it. I was going to be filming a video today about them to dive deeper into them. I actually have a copy of the Accord. So I've been reading through it, reading what the countries... Let me stop moving that while I'm talking. Reading what the countries have actually agreed to for it. And it's quite the agreement for what they're... the support that they say they will be to each other. And it covers a lot of things. It covers... one, making sure space heritage is left alone. So if someone else decides to go to Mars before SpaceX, because let's be honest, they're the ones that are going to be first, they cannot go remove like Spirit or Opportunity. They have to leave it. If gosh forbid, down the road a Boeing Starliner has a failure, all the other nations in the Artemis Accords need to support together to try to find a way to get a rescue. Whole bunch of stuff like that. It's a lot about cooperation. I think one of the big things that I was shocked in, and I'll go deeper into it, is if you sign the Artemis Accords, you agree to release all your scientific research to the public and to all other nations' scientific communities. So it's very much building this joint, let's go to space, but let's go to space together, rather than let's go to space and learn and then not share what we're learning. So there's a whole bunch of stuff up to it like that. I want to say it's 16, 18 pages or so. But it's quite detailed. And there are a number of sections in it as well that say, like, this is what we want to do, but we need to sit down and figure out how we're actually going to do this, because it is to an entirely new level. Right now, there are 11 nations signed on. Brazil is expected to sign on probably later this week or next week. And they'll be the 12th, but many countries will come to agree eventually to the Artemis Accords, because there will be such a value of sharing the knowledge for it. Russia has never signed the Artemis Accords. The Artemis Accords are new. The Artemis Accords enforce the Space Treaty of 1967. So they're built on the foundations of the Space Treaty. So that's not going anywhere. They do reference the Space Treaty quite a bit, so we might have to do a follow-up video on the Space Treaty, because it's quite a bit in itself as well. Especially if you think of when, for its time, nothing that we've really done now was an idea then. It was a dream, really. So, yeah. Of what? I don't believe they ever said they were going to sign it. I don't think they've ever said yes, and I don't think they've ever said no. But I'm not too sure. I'll look and see. Based on what they are currently doing with China, I would be very surprised if China or Russia ever signed. Yeah. Okay, we're missing one piece here. And I'm trying to figure out, is it left on one? Yeah. Could Axiom save the ISS? So working on a video on that as well today, actually. Axiom announced today that they will be... they had announced their first 4 missions. That was their goal, was Axiom 1, 2, 3, and 4 to start. Once they completed those, then they were going to go on to doing other things. They also have their station that they are working on constructing. And so for Axiom 1 through 4, it was going to be 2 Crew Dragons and then 2 Crew Dragons or Boeing Starliners. Well, today they said, we're not waiting anymore. Well, they didn't say that, but basically is what they said. They're going all Crew Dragons. So they've signed contracts with SpaceX for all 4 flights to be Crew Dragons. And those will be launching over the next year and a bit. They will be launching the first parts of their space station in 2024, and those are going to dock to the International Space Station. It's a Harmony module. It's the first one. Once they do that, they will build their entire space station attached to the International Space Station. I want to say it's like 6 modules or so. And then once it's built, which they say will take up to about 2028, they will then actually be separating from it and creating their own space station separate. So it'll definitely mean there's support to the ISS to at least 2028 now. But there's obviously going to be a lot of changes between now and then. But it does guarantee, yes. So this means that the ISS will have to be extended, or at least that's what they're working with NASA on, until at least 2028. With the power upgrades they're doing now, that they're literally launching the first bits tomorrow, they will be able to extend the life quite substantially, because they'll have extra power now, which is a big part of what they were worried about, is not being able to advance. The other thing we need to think about is if Russia pulls out, which is what the writing on the walls is saying, there's going to be now a whole nother section. Like, the ISS is going to look very different in 2025-6 when Axiom's building, because there's a Russian segment that might be gone. There might be new US modules. Hopefully they do some. There's going to be all the Axiom modules. We're going to see a lot of changes in the very near future for the International Space Station. So it's a good question, though. I don't think they could have built starships in 1970. I think they could have dreamed of it, but I don't think they would have successfully necessarily have done it. You're talking about, like, I mean, they did the Saturn V and they did all that, but you're talking a very different type of ship from the Saturn V. The Saturn V, you put your payload on the top and you shot off this tiny little capsule that humans could live in. Starship, we're talking about a 6 to 8 story building that you can live in. I'm not even sure people would have at the time thought about pressurizing something that large and launching it into space, let alone talking about sending hundreds of people. I mean, it was very much a big idea to try to go to space in the first place. So I think they might have thought of, I mean, we've seen them think about like Sea Dragon and like things like that. So like there was definitely big thoughts and dreams. I'm sure people maybe brought it up and talked about, you know, not a Starship specifically, but like, what would it be? Look at all the sci-fi TV and movies. There's always been this dream of these big, massive ships. Now, Starship doesn't exactly get us to the first generation Enterprise, but if SpaceX ever builds, whatever SpaceX builds next after Starship, I think will be getting us to where Star Trek shows like the first Enterprise. Just in size of scale. If you double Starship up right now, you are bigger than the living capacity of the fictional Star Trek Enterprise, the first one. So we're not far off. I'm just sorting through all the pieces here, so when we build, we know we just got everything out. Yeah, so there's a question in Discord about Russia modules. Yeah, they're not going to be giving them away. That's their property. That's not going to happen, unfortunately. And fortunately, they're very different modules if you compare them to the US ones. In just that they're tiny. They are small. But the writing that on the walls per se is showing that they will separate. I want to say they're making their own station called... there was a name that I saw online about a week or two ago of what they're going to call their station. So we're going to have a Russian space station. It's not Mir 2. We're going to have a Russian space station, a Chinese space station, the International Space Station, Axiom Space Station, and the Lunar Gateway Station at minimum by 2030. So lots of things happening. I heard something with like a J or something, or an N in it. I'll have to see if I can find it and I'll tweet it or drop it in the Discord. But, keep the questions coming, either on Discord or on the live chat as well. Come on, I'm missing one piece. Okay, I'm gonna put these here. And I only need one of these. Okay, that's why. That's it, Ross. Thank you. Ross is the name that I saw. So that's the currently known name for the new Russian space station. But we'll have to wait and see if that all happens. Now that they're friending China for the moon, there's nothing saying that the Chinese space station couldn't kind of be like the ISS, where there's like a Russian section as well. They just have to have one docking hatch that's right for them to be able to move all the Russian segments over. So it's not the hardest thing for them to do, because Russia is using the same modules and designs and everything from Mir, so they know what they're doing with it. But like, if I went to the ISS, like, yeah, it'd be cool to see the Russian segment, but it's so tight and crammed compared to the US segment, where like you can float by each other and actually like eat dinner together rather comfortably. Like, Russia does have a few bigger sections now, but nothing compared to the US ones, and that's because the US had the Space Shuttle. So they were able to build larger things. So when you think of what Starship can launch, once they do a cargo version with like a clamshell door, there's space stations can look very different very quickly. And that's where also Inflatable comes in with not Axiom Space, with Sierra Space, with the I think it's called the Life Habitat module, and that is they're in testing, so they won't be too far away. Golden. So if South Korea and New Zealand sign the Artemis Accords and others, would those countries then send their astronauts to the ISS or other space stations now? Both. So the Artemis Accords cover the easiest way, and like I have the breakdown in the video. The Artemis Accords are from Earth to the moon, and Earth to Mars, and everything in between, and maybe further out. Like, they cover everything. So that's the agreement, the Artemis Accords, to go peace. Basically, our real life federation is in one way to think about it. So it covers all exploration and scientific research in low Earth orbit, lunar orbit, on the surface of the moon, under the surface of the moon, on asteroids, in Martian orbit, on the Martian surface, under the Martian surface, in the trans-lunar and trans-Mars injections, and all space in between. So it covers a lot, and there's more to it too. So I have a thing that pops up and actually shows kind of everything roughly, at least like the list of stuff, because it covers a lot, and that's where that's what they're doing. They're making sure that it's a document that we're not going to need like a new one in 5 years when we start, living on Mars. The Artemis Accords are going to do it. Now, the Artemis Accords, though, do not count for private organizations for it. So they do. Now, that's not saying that SpaceX couldn't say, hey, we want to sign the Artemis Accords as a private company. I'm sure that's a conversation that's probably happened within SpaceX, because SpaceX isn't really research-based. They're more the actual, like, let's get there, let's send the right people there, and stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But I think it's a smart idea. I think it lays a foundation that makes sure that most of the world is going together in peace. I think it'll help lay a foundation for what Martian society looks like as well. And all that, because that's something that's a conversation that's now having to happen as well, as what would all that look like with building a world on Mars. So I see a couple comments here. Catch up. Princess, great to see you streaming again. Have any astronauts ever been lost in space due to... No, that is Gravity. The movie was a movie and has not happened. I don't believe anyone has... Oh, okay. Okay. So Marcus, one of our incredible mods and team people, is saying. So I think what Princess was meaning, like on like Spacewalk or something. But similarly, yes, there have been some Russian Roscosmos astronauts that were lost. Their modules separated for I guess re-entry, and when they separated, a valve opened, and they were still above the Kármán line when they suffocated. So in that instance, yes. I believe we actually have that in the database already, don't we? I think. We'll see if we have that in our database. We're working on the database. So Marcus has been, I say we, Marcus has done like 99.9% of it. And he's been diving into all the missions. Not yet? Uh-huh. So technically, yes, but not during like a spacewalk or something. Okay, Soviet, yeah. Right. One cosmonaut went to space, a Soviet, then had trouble coming back because he wasn't a Russian citizen. Huh. Interesting. That would, yeah. That I was gonna say that's like the Terminal movie. Do you have an appointment? You knew that was coming if you were in our Discord and have watched a few streams. But yes, that would, wow. How has that not been made into a movie? That would be like Terminal 2, Lost in Space. That'd be great. That's a good question. I do not have an answer for that. That's probably why most people don't know of that mission. Okay, interesting. That sounds right. Navorsky. See? It was him. No, I'm kidding. Okay, interesting. We'll have to make sure we add that one in. So we do have a script writing channel. Well, we have an early script advance. We'll pitch it to Netflix. Started where to start it? Start it somewhere, and we'll put it on a Google Drive or something. So, venting. Question here from Golden. So I understand why we're going to Mars, but what is the point of sending a spacecraft to Venus? Venus is next. Further exploration, looking to see what science there can be. Our Discord saying Venus is the closest in similarity to Earth out of all the planets. Yeah. Similar compositions, rocky, things like that. Let's see if we can get this in here. There we go. Because Cloud City, good. Maybe one day. We need some better engines by then. Right. There we go. So that is the full length. Oh, we just make it. That's a good thing. Awesome, Brant. I will transfer that over to ours in a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay, why do I have pieces left out here? Let's go back here. Where? Yeah, I wish these were still in the bags. Right. There, that's why. They're going to have to include a lot of those in the New World map set. Right. Oh, I still needed one more of those. Right. Let us go on a hunt. It's not in that one. What? Oh, what's happening here? How to write a script. Here, I'll open that up, Brent. Let me just switch accounts. There we go. I'm here now. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Come on, we just need one piece. Yep. There's a couple more in storage. There's the CRS-22 and Sirius XM. Yeah, that's going to become more and more normal. You're going to see a lot. One day Starship will be at Kennedy. So that will have to happen for the Mars rendezvous. Where is this piece? I saw that one. Yep. Very original. We're going to take a quick pause here while I continue this Lego piece search. Knockoff Lego piece search. Because we can't really continue without it. Yeah. Okay. So I do not see this piece, which means I'm going to go try to scalp one out of my set. So we're going to take a quick pause while I do that. You're stealing my ideas. I'm kidding. Studio 2. I have a lot more wall space. Yeah. I think so. No. We're for the YouTube that doesn't hear the Discord, we're talking about the new Lego map and building it to show the launch pads of the world. Level 2. There we go. And we are back with a replacement piece. It's a nice thing about having multiple sets. You can refill missing pieces. Where's that supposed to go, though? Don't see it anymore. It's probably not important. He says now and finds out later how wrong he is. Mm-hmm. Awesome. That means there can... Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't, but we shall see. And then it docks. Like, they're taking a long time to dock. They're not rushing it to this to the station. Yep. Mm-hmm. I need a 2x2. There we go. There's 8 of those. I see a question from Brandt. What Lego set should I get when I look? Ooh, what Lego set should I look for when I go to the Lego store next week? Ooh, so many options. The shuttle's really cool. The shuttle's a really fun build. There's one part that everyone dreads, which is all the stickers, but it's actually not too bad. The shuttle looks really cool. I like the shuttle because of how big it is. Like, when it sits on a shelf, it's really nice. Saturn V's cool, but you need a lot of space. On a budget, ISS. ISS is a really good one, or if you can find them. One thing that's a really great tip for the Lego shops, walk in and ask if they have any damaged box sets. They always take them into the back because they don't want them on display. But it's always a great option because if someone damaged like an ISS set and they haven't sent it, they might sell it to you on discount. So something you can always ask and see if you luck out and maybe there is when you're there. They don't always have them, but it doesn't hurt to ask. And it might not be a lot, but depending on the shop, you might get a discount. As the Lego inside will be fine. Sometimes that happens when they're shipping too. Like they'll ship them in the case and like maybe the box gets wet or something. Well, the stuff inside's all plastic wrapped, so there's no real issue with it. Sometimes they are. On the space ones, they've been done. So, okay, sweet. You've already got the lunar lander. Yeah, the Saturn V is a really nice kit. Just seeing how this is sitting. I mean, mine's behind me. Here, I'll pull my camera up for a second. Yeah. I'll just switch this over. So you can stand it vertically. So lots of options. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's also on Etsy, I'm looking at sourcing some for when I update the studio here in the summer. Some kits that you can get to display them vertically, or like you can stage it and then display it on your wall staged as if it was like the levels of the launch. So we're looking at getting one of those possibly for it. So especially since we're probably going to have 2 of these space shuttles, because I'm working on a second kit here for hopefully we're going to need some space. So we might hang one of these from the ceiling. Brant, we will definitely talk. I will definitely send you a message. You can. I just will have it turned down. And it's up to what everybody else wants. There's also music playing on the YouTube stream, too. Ooh, that'll be fun, Brant. EA music is always approved. Well, EDA music is always approved. Let's clarify that. Hey, Golden Gamer. Oh, we have a Golden and a Golden Gamer. Good to know. How big is that space shuttle? Looks pretty big. What should I do for scale? Like, here's a... Phones are hard. Here's a can of pop. And then to give you an idea on the wings, because they're still together, I'm going to take them apart when we actually have to build them, but there's one wing. And the wings go here. So it's quite substantial. It's not the Titanic. What? Random. Oh my. I mean, let's push this together a little. Come on. Just got a seam in our table, so trying to push this together. There we go. Let's continue here. Let's just get all our pieces first. The Titanic build would be interesting. My family was supposed to be on the Titanic. I've thought about it. I've thought about it. Probably not. That's bad. It might be accurate, but that's bad. Yeah, if they hadn't turned, they would have been fine. If they had just hit it straight on, the ship would have survived. Well, the ship might not have survived, but it wouldn't have sunk. But because they turned to try to get out of its way, or to miss it, that's what cost them, unfortunately. I actually looked into quite a bit of the Titanic. Studied it. We only need 3 of these. There we go. Now we're going down here. What are we doing? Oh my. What is... Okay. So we're lining these up with this. So we're building the cargo bay here. I love Victor Navorsky. I love it. Let's see here. So how many things went wrong for it to sink? Really, the biggest mistake was they turned. Everything worked. Yeah. Everything worked technically on the ship. The ship was designed to be not sinkable because no one ever thought they would sideswipe an iceberg. And that's where it went wrong. They could have hit the front and crushed like 6 or 8 of the Belster. What's it called? Belster tanks? Bolster tank? the tanks that hold pressure to keep it afloat. Ballast tanks. There we go. But because they sideswiped it, they punctured like I think it was 8 or 10 along one side, which caused it to tip to the side, which then caused the water to splash on board and start filling like the cabins. And that's where the water started. And then once that started, there was really no stopping it because the water was pouring into the ship. And unfortunately, that's what ultimately caused the issue, was because of that. So not how, but the double hull sort of failed. Golden, so not how, but yeah. Yo, blood. Blood? Where's blood? Not bleeding. I hope I'm not bleeding. I want to get demonetized. There we go. LOL, no, like, oh, hi. Okay. You're throwing me there. I'm not up on all the lingo. When TLP, oh my goodness, when TLP movie, you know, believe it or not, it would, this is the funny part, it would not be hard. Like, I say that lightly, but like, I work in production. I have a production company. Like, it could happen one day. Become a Patreon and correct. Yeah. It could be possible, though. It could be a fun project. Get all the Team Space in on it. I already have a few ideas of who I would tweet. Gotta join that Patreon. No, I know. I'll trade you 3D printed. Oh, see, now we're definitely going to talk brand. Is the next Starship flight going to be the orbital one? We're not too sure there yet, Golden Gamer. SN16 is ready. If they fly SN16, no, that will be another suborbital flight. That will be. It might go to a higher altitude than what we have seen, but we have to wait and see on that one. SN20 is going to be the first orbital, and that's going to be looking in July. Overpress 6. Let's see. There's another one. see here. We need 8 of these. I'm only seeing 5 of them. Check our other bin. Yeah, I just did that one. Thank you. Yeah, we don't know. I'm waiting. I'm very curious what they're going to do with SN16 because it's been ready. It's just sitting there. Oh, that was one thing I was going to tweet today. Rocket Lab got approval from the FAA to launch again. So that's huge for them to be able to get approval that quick. It obviously means that it was, and I mean, Peter Beck tweeted that it was kind of funny, talking what, like with the Titanic, it was so many things went wrong that they couldn't, it's not really their fault. In a way, that's sort of what from what I was gathering from it, what was going on. So it looks like we might be splurging some pieces out of my personal kit again because we're missing some. 5, 6, 7, and we need 3 of those. So I will be back in just a second. And we are back. Do we think that we'll see a solo BN3 test flight before the orbital one? That's a good question. Bottom of the ocean. I think that we'll definitely see a static fire. I'm not sure we'll see a separate flight. They know the Raptors work if they can do the static fire. So maybe not, but that'll be an interesting one. SN16 is going to get left at the altar, wedding dress and all. Oh my, that's no failed wedding dress talking. I got a wedding in 2 days. But yes, it's very possible SN16 will get left, and it could be scrapped. It could just be saved and just sit there. I'd be curious if they could take what they did to SN20 and make modifications to SN16 to make it orbital. Yeah, there's talks about them doing there's rumors of it also just doing a higher hop. So it's one of those ones that we're going to just have to wait and see until Elon says something. And then we will know. But we're all waiting on Elon right now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. 1, 2, 3. Carmen line hop would be epic. Oh, yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting for them to, I mean, not to bring it up, but do a New Shepard flight with Starship. Just saying. Be kind of cool. second. There we go. We got all our white pieces. So we'll start with those, and then we'll do our black pieces here. So let's see what we're... Doesn't give you a ton of detail. So sometimes you're guessing on where what pieces go where. This goes there. Let's see here. Where is that going? Okay, let's start maybe this side. Start way down here. Okay. Needs a 6 piece. 6, 8, 8. 8's all the way down. Okay, and then that's a 6. That's a 4. Come on. Behave. You know you want to. Then we do 2 of these here. Then we do a 6. Huh? Is this? Those are all 8s. That's a 6. That's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what's going on here? They only give you this one view. Let's go back to... Okay, that's where that ends. There's... Oh, that's why we didn't have enough of these. They're not the right one. These are supposed to be 8s, not 6s. I am in mountain. Well, we're in daylight right now. So mountain daylight. Hey, James. How's it going? Hey, Dragon. Good to see you too. I agree. SN16 to Carbon. Yeah. It would be awesome to see them do that. How's everybody doing in the YouTube chat? There we go. Now things are going to line up properly. Because 8 will go to here. Right? No. This is over 1. There. Now it's right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 4-piece. There we go. Getting tired, but doing good. When are they going to roll out SN16 out? I felt like it's been in that building in the way of stuff. Yeah, I don't. It seems like it's been in there a while. Like, it seems like it should be ready to go. Go. We're doing 2, 4, 6, 4, 6. Yeah, that was a big thing for launcher. That was exciting to see. James, they scrapped SN17, retired SN15, and they pushed to build the orbital launch structures has been really chugging. Yeah, absolutely. They're definitely, I think they're definitely focused on getting ready for orbital. They're definitely really, I don't want to say rushing, but they're not moving slowly at building that orbital stand. It felt like they hadn't done anything for so long, and now they're progressing pretty quick. Where did you come from? Why is this not? Let's see what's. Why is this not doing this? That should go here, but there's nothing to hold it. Okay, well, we're just going to keep going and see what happens. Oh, there. That's why we're having issues. There we go. This is really like a boat right now. Because you're not following real channels. Titanic recreation? No, I'm not hitting this on the side with something. Yep. That was always the plan. Fake news. Yes. There we go. That's built. We did those. Yay, another page done. Snack break. And 20. Now that's 20. 25. 31. 2. 1. What else do we need? Need some triangles. Need black triangles. Oh, do you see the trailer? It looks so good. iCarly. And if you say you don't know what iCarly is, log off and go sit down for like 6 days and watch it. Nope. I thought you were serious for something a second there, Brent. I was like, wait, where? I was about to say, oh, are you heading out tonight? Where are you going? You're gonna have to buy it. If you have, yeah, you're gonna have to buy it. It's not available anywhere. All right. Yeah, but that's only 2 seasons. Does it? I grew up without cable. Yeah, I watched it on iTunes. Fran and Becky. Okay, back. We're recent variations. to the orbital Starship platform part of the original design? That's a good question for SpaceX. Because we don't really know what the original design was. We know what we have guessed to be the original design, but we don't actually know what the official real first design was. But I would say if they've done something, it's according to what their original plans would be. I don't think they would have been making any huge changes. It's the first variation. That's the other thing. Like, this is not going to be the perfectly beautiful, finished launch facility because they can't fully launch from it. They'll be allowed to do some testing. But if they do testing, that exclusion zone is going to get way larger. Let's do this for... What, Ralph? I'm confused. What? You know you've been planning all of SpaceX. I can't tell you that, though. You got too big of an NDA for that. I don't know what you're talking about. We need 2 1x1s. And there's 2. It's true. It's a Wednesday. There's not much else to do. That's why we're building a 19-year-old kit today. Well, and I've wanted to build this for 17 years. Brandon, yeah, I can't imagine they'll be able to pull off Mars launches from Starbase, Deimos, and Phobos for the win. Yeah, they won't be allowed to, because from what I was reading a while back, the exclusion zone, if they want to launch a super heavy booster from the current Starbase, they're going to have to do like a 30-mile exclusion zone, which means they're going to be evacuating all of Port Isabel, Everyday Astronauts Studio, and lots of other places are going to have to be evacuated for these bigger tests just because of how big they are, and how loud. And it's not necessarily for the debris risk. It's for explosion risk. It's also for heat and volume risk. If you looked at that photo that melted the camera, yes, that was only caused by the heat and the flame from it, but that was still hot enough that a Falcon 9 launched and lit a grass fire like 1,600 feet away. So, for what one? Oh my goodness, Marcus. The thing that you sent me, I just played it. Yeah, they all have. That's just how they land. And there have been grass fires at Boca Chica too. Yeah, absolutely, there have been, James. Brandon, yeah, Tim Dodd will have to buy a boat. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have a huge boat, but I have a boat that would work. Like, call me. It's inflatable too, so it's nice because it doesn't take up a huge area. Seats like 5 or 6 adults comfortably. Would work. I've debated taking it down when I get the chance to finally get down there. But we'll have to see when that will be. We can run it from Florida, man. Let's do it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm old bed now. Have fun with the chat. Sounds good, Brandon. Have a good night. I'm not sure we're gonna finish it tonight, so we'll probably be live sometime this weekend to finish it. Maybe we'll do an afternoon stream or something. We'll see. But have I really? Wow. I've been live for 2 hours, and so far we have what looks like, of course, I still love you from the side. Like, literally, this would work. Like, it just needs to be bigger this way. But, like, the other thing is, these are really heavy. I'm not going to be able to suspend this from the ceiling easily. So I think that idea just went out the window. But have a good night, Brandon. Ralph, can it fly when you're done building it? I mean, if I glued it, maybe. But I'm not going to do that. That's the reason why it's taken me this many years to finish it, is because when I was like 7, I tried to make it fly maybe twice as deep, far, like it started to have wings, and I threw it, and we never found all the pieces in the living room, so we don't know where they went, but it was never able to be completed, unfortunately. Have a good night, Brant. No worries at all. Yeah, we'll try to move some of these over to some earlier times in the future too. 50 likes? Really? Wow. Oh, that one. Okay. Okay, what's going on here? Just wait. This isn't right. That goes there. There we go. There we go. There we go. The black pieces. So now we gotta do back here. Ralph, probably not. Probably not. For what? Like share your stuff or something. I just didn't share your stuff. We're gonna do some gold pieces here. Well, it wasn't that it's removed, it expired. Shiny gold pieces. No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have a good night, Ralph. Thanks for subbing. That's awesome. Appreciate that you're here. And we will see you on the next one. This isn't the only... We normally cover a lot more space stuff. Tonight's much more of a build night. But there's normally a lot more stuff, so hopefully we will see you around. Yeah. Is it this I'm looking for? It doesn't show a notch on it, but it must be. Mm-hmm. The International Space Station. This goes here. Oh, that's got a label on it. We don't want one with a label. Yup. This happened a lot. Yeah, there's an early Dragon prototype in it. Trying to work on some of the engine systems. There. Oh, okay, here we I had to build 2 of these? Oh my, here we go. What even are these? I don't even know. What in... How are you even supposed to know what goes... I think Interstellar was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. It was well made. Let's all go here, I guess. This goes here. This makes no sense. Should have looked at these when they were built. Does anyone understand these instructions? Because does this go here? It's on my... That's... Like... I think the gold... So then it's a 4x1. Goes here. What goes in the middle? We already used all of our 6 2x1s. Oh, those go there. Okay. This goes here. Okay, there. That makes more sense now. I can't believe how like low res these instructions are. Oh. Hose. Where's my other hose? Where's the other hose? Oh, the hose has a kink. Oh no. And this goes on here like that. Okay. Have a good night, Gene. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling the same. Sounds. Have a good night, Marcus. Have a good night. Sounds good. You are watching, have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We are answering those live. So as you can join the conversation over on Discord as well. A little bit of a quieter night doing this build here. Probably going to do a couple more steps and then actually call it evening. It's quite a a big build. It's a fun build too. So we might split it up over a couple of evenings. Yeah, CRS 22 tomorrow. We will be live for that. Or at least that's the plan. I think I scheduled it. Maybe I didn't. I should schedule that stream. I will schedule that later this evening here. Need one more of these ones. Not seeing it. Oh, probably because it's one of these. There we go. I need a couple 2x2s, or 2x1s, sorry. Correction there, 2x1s. And they go here. Sounds good, Golden Gamer. We will see you then. Thanks for hanging out tonight. for a little bit. I'm gonna just wrap up, I think, this finishing edge. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna get to the point where I put the cockpit in. So one more page, and then I will wrap up from there. Just want to get to a good stopping point. That way I can remember where we need to pick up from next stream, which we will figure out when that's going to be. Probably be, it could be maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. Can't go too late tomorrow night, though. So maybe we'll see how CRS goes and go from there. There's a hinge. That's clear. We don't want clear. We want black. Oh, awesome. That's exciting. Glad that showed up. Showed up early, actually. That's awesome. Have to post a picture and show your TLP gear. This is why we built up one side and haven't built up the other, is we need to be able to put this in. And this is actually the brains of the ship. So it gives a lot of opportunity, a lot of different buttons, and we'll change the batteries out before the next stream here. That fills that in there. And then these can be wired down the floor here. And we did little overhangs so they kind of hold up. believe right there. Yeah. A short one. So it's there. A medium one. Go in there. And the long one all the way to the end. Ooh, I missed a brick there. When were we supposed to do that brick? Did we miss one? No, that's right. That's right. Oh, that's the bottom of... No, we missed one right here. Missed a brick. It's an easy fix. Just this one here. Oh, and then this comes down and sits in there. Now we have to watch these when we're building the rest of it because there are some like little pinch points and stuff. But we should be okay for that. Just clarify this is in the right spot. Yeah, one ahead. These two come up here, and then that goes down that channel. And this one comes up here, goes down that channel. Perfect. What do you think? Should we do the flooring? Keep the wires down? Let's do the flooring, and then we'll wrap from there. And I'm probably going to keep saying that, but we're going to just do the flooring, and we'll go from there. So we need to do one of these, then the wires won't come up. Yeah, it does. So all these little black buttons here, and then these two blue ones, all have different matching sound effects and things depending on what the kind of mission would have been and things like that. So I'll change out the batteries. I forgot to do that before we went live tonight. I have to grab a screwdriver to do that. But we will have those changed out for... Yeah, we'll probably say tomorrow we'll do another stream. Might not be as long, but we'll try to do some more building tomorrow because I would like to finish this because we might be building a second one that we're getting actually. So we might be able to have two of these, kind of one on each side in the back of the studio in the near future. So get one out of the way, have a little break, and then might be doing another one, which should be awesome. Yeah, it's I'm actually surprised, like thinking back to when it came out, like if you think about 2002, like there was some electric toys, but there wasn't a ton of like space electric toys. And I never really have heard people talk about the set. People talk about the old Lego shuttle, which maybe one day we'll be able to get one for the studio here. We're gonna have so many different shuttles, but I'll have to see to take a label off. Sadly, we're gonna lose some of the stickers here, but it's because we don't know what sticker goes where, but that's okay. You can always print new stickers. So this one, see, and this is where that pinch point is. It's right here. Nope. There we go. That will hold that down. And then we need one. And what is this saying here? So it's a flat. This is just securing it all. So one. Where does this go? This goes here, I think. Where is this? Yeah, that goes here. And we have the 1x2s, and they just hold this up here. Put one in there. One. What's one? Oh. What's it here? I believe. Yep. There's that holds those wires down. And I think that's where we're going to wrap it. Page 20 seems like a good page to end on. There are 65 pages in the instructions here, but let's just see how many at the end are repetitive. Okay, not many. The last page is page 63. So we're a third of the way there. There's quite a bit more to build left. So we'll probably have a couple more streams, maybe even. We'll try to get together over the weekend, maybe. Friday, I know I won't be able to, but maybe we can do a stream on tomorrow night, and then we'll see about one of the next nights after that. But we got all the pieces in all of our turkey trays, for lack of better descriptions. But that's where it's going to go, and these will be able to attach onto here, so it gives you a rough idea of what the cargo bay doors are like. Really happy with how white these are for their age. My set has yellowed quite a bit. And then the engines will mount on, and a whole bunch of things. We even have one of the modules that goes in as well. So it's quite a complete set. This one actually might go back here. We'll have to see. And then we got our astronauts, which seem close to scale for it. So lots of things to do. Yeah, a nice round number. Page 20, something easy to remember for it. Now that this finally has some structure to it, I can turn on the side here. You can see the width of it there. One of our engines falling apart. It's okay. It gets held down by some other stuff later. There are a few loose pieces in the kit too. So, but that shows the side. You can see a little bit of the aging. I don't actually mind the aging. It makes it look like a used space shuttle, which is kind of sweet there. And then we have some of our ports. Oh, shoot. We put that port in backwards. Did we do that on any of the others? No. We're going to fix that quickly here, or we're not going to remember, because that could cause some issues. And do a quick fix. and then we will wrap up. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Have a good night, Golden Gamer. Thanks for being here. We're at 3 hours too, so it's been a longer one. So appreciate y'all hanging out here for that time. There we go. Nice easy fix there. And as I said, yeah, we'll be live tomorrow for our live launch coverage of CRS 22. Heading back up to the International Space Station, taking up some of the brand new solar panels. So super exciting to see some of those advancements coming together. And we are going to just turn this one up here. There we go. And we're going to wrap it up from there. Thanks again, guys, for hanging out. Make sure you have liked the video, subscribe, join the Discord if you haven't, and follow us over on Twitter. That's where you get all your late-breaking news about things that are happening in everyday space stuff. So we will see you guys tomorrow for CRS 22, maybe tomorrow night for a building. And then definitely we will do another one on the weekend, maybe Saturday or Sunday. So lots of things coming, a couple flash news things coming tomorrow as well. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But this is Zach with the Launchpad. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We will see you next time. Have a good night.